What's going on, guys? It's Ted, and I'm finally back from my cruise now. The background gameplay is a domination game. It's a ground war domination game on the map Fallen, where I use an ACR with a red dot sight and a silencer. I think I changed to it here shortly. Excuse me, extended mags and a silencer. But I'm finally back from my cruise. I was gone for, as you know, for all Thanksgiving. That's why I haven't been posting videos this last week, and I've really been missing YouTube. I've been missing doing commentaries. It's not something that I like have to do anymore. Before I started leaving before I left on the cruise, I put together like 4 or 5 commentaries. I was gonna like try to release them by the scheduled uploader, but it didn't really work very well. But when I started doing all those commentaries at once, like I started really enjoying doing commentaries. Like it used to be something that I'd kind of throw together and just create these videos, but now I'm actually really enjoying doing commentaries. And I found myself like wanting to do a commentary when I was on the cruise, but I didn't have my computer with me, so I couldn't do one. But here we go. It's been it's about a week and a half since I've even done a commentary. I've really been missing them, but I'm glad I'm finally back on YouTube now. I've been looking at the insight thing. YouTube has an insight feature where you could check like how many views your videos get. And when I don't post videos and when my channel kind of dies, it really shows in the insight feature. Like I haven't been getting any views really at all when I was gone on the cruise. But I saw a lot of comments. I've started replying to every single comment that I get now. So I tried to really catch up on those recently. And especially since I got back from my cruise just yesterday, I had like 30 or 40 comments. People have been posting on my videos, and I tried to reply to almost every single one of them, I think. The gameplay watching in the background is really just a beast mode gameplay with low kill streaks. I used 3, 4, and 5 kill streaks, and I think it was like 48 or 49 gun kills in this game, and then a few Predator missile kills, a couple kills from my rewards from the care packages, and an all-around pretty entertaining, exciting game. So I really enjoyed playing. I remember this match. I was like, wow, this is a really good match. And initially I was going to take some clips because I got a couple multi-sprays in here. I was initially just going to take the clips, so I decided I'd take the whole freaking game after all, because it really was a good game. And anyways, guys, I'll go back and talk about my cruise ship. What I did basically was I brought one of my best friend with me. His name's Tyler, and we went on this cruise ship. And I wasn't sure like how I was going to handle it because it was his first cruise ship, and it's like my 13th or 14th cruise ship. So the cruise ship really depends on like who you bring with you and who you meet on the ship. And I thought bringing a best friend would be like an awesome idea, and it turned out to be really good. But it's like me, like when I get on a cruise ship, I've done all this stuff. I've been to all the ports before. We went to 4 different ports, and I'll get back into that later. And all I want to do is like get on the ship and like relax. Like I just want to like sit there under an umbrella or in a beach chair and just like sit on the beaches and just relax. But he wanted to like go around and like do everything there is to do, buy everything there is to buy, see everything there is to see, and it was ridiculous. Like it was completely different from how I am when I get on a cruise ship now. And that was just like it was a different aspect, I guess. Like normally when I get on a ship now, I'm just like I've been to all the ports. I don't really care about anything. It was cool to see like someone that had never been on a ship before, a cruise ship before, and he took it a lot differently than I did. But it was still a lot of fun. There was great people on that ship that I met. A couple of really good friends that I'm still friends with now, even though they live over in California or over in Oregon. But what I think is the most interesting part about cruise ships is the people and how different they are where different people live at. For example, I mean people over in California. And the people I met were over in California, and I live in South Carolina. So when I get to the ship, there's this thing called the Teen Center, which is where we basically just meet all the kids that are on board, or all the teenagers that are on board, and make a few new friends. Well, when I got on there, I was like, instantly like, hey, how you doing? I'm Ted. This is Tyler. We're friends. What's your name? Blah blah. Well, they were saying like over in California, they don't do that. Like they don't like randomly go up to people and start talking to them. That's not something you do in California. And also, whenever I said the word y'all. So I'm from South Carolina, so I say y'all, like how y'all doing, things like that, and it just comes like normal to me, and it's not abnormal at all to say that in South Carolina. If you say that over in like California or to people that are from like other places, they're like blown away. They're like, you say y'all, or are you like country? Are you a hick or something? Are you a redneck? I'm like, no, I'm just a northern southern guy. Like just because we're from, and that was a huge get turned on. These kids were oblivious in this game, by the way. That was a huge get turned on moment just now. But yeah, like just because people say y'all doesn't mean we're like super country. Like just we might live near the country. Like I live in South Carolina, but where I live in Charleston is still a really big city. It's not any like country hicks or rednecks. Or not too many, I guess. There are still some that I know. But anyways, it's very interesting meeting new people, and I absolutely loved that. Met a lot of great new friends. But let's go to the ports. The ports were what really made the ship, in my opinion. We went to 4 different ports. We went to Princess Keys, we went to Grand Turk, we went to St. Thomas, and we went to St. Martin. 4 really cool perks. They all have, perks. I'm already in Call of Duty mode. 4 really great ports, and they were each one of them did something different. At Princess Keys, which was the first island we went to, it's an island that's owned by the Princess Cruise Lines. I went on the Ruby Princess, was the ship that I went on, and this cruise line owns their own island. It's called the Princess Keys, and they basically own this beach. It's kind of an Americanized place. It's a really nice beach, and they've got all the sellers like sell things and restaurants and things like that. Well, there really was no restaurant. They just hosted their own like lunch for us for free. Really nice, and basically that was the first day. And I just went. I laid on the beach. A really nice beach. It was about 95 degrees, maybe even 100 degrees. It was really hot. Got a little bit of suntan and just enjoyed the beach and the nice weather. We had a port day after that, or excuse me, a sea day after that. And then after that we went to St. Thomas, or excuse me, St. Martin was the first place. And St. Martin was a nude beach. So basically, when you get there, everywhere you look, there's ladies without their tops on, and you might think, "Cool, this is fantastic." Well, the one thing you might not realize is that even old people decide to do this. It's kind of like a whoever wants to can do it thing. So there's no like age restrictions on who can be nude. I wish there was, because the way I put it is this way. Everyone's got their birthday suit on. Some are ironed, some aren't. Some people have a lot of wrinkles, some people don't have so many wrinkles. And for the most part, they had a lot of wrinkles in their birthday suits. So wasn't the greatest experience ever. It was a lot of fun though. But and they also had free rum punch, so you can't go wrong there. The next port we went to was St. Thomas. I went there on Thanksgiving Day. And St. Thomas was really cool. We went snorkeling. Had a lot of fun, saw the beach. It was a really nice place, but I've been there like every single cruise, so I know the island inside and out. I would wish we had done something else, but it's whatever. It was a cool port though. It's a really nice beaches was the thing at St. Thomas. You can see right through the water. All these beaches you can pretty much see through the water. Some places were nicer than others, and I'd say St. Thomas is probably the best one. Also at St. Thomas, there's iguanas everywhere, which is really cool. Like you just go 2 feet off the ship, and there'd be like a massive amount of iguanas just like on the rocks and all near the dock. It was really cool. So that was a really interesting port, but like I said, I've been there so many times. The final port we went to was Grand Turk, and Grand Turk was the nicest port by far. It's the first one. It's the only port of the 4 that I'd never been to before, and it was really nice. The beach was amazing there. We went snorkeling. Also, we went snorkeling there too, and we also went we went with the stingrays. We touched the stingrays. I kissed a stingray, and believe it or not, I actually got massaged by a stingray. I thought the guy was just gonna kid me when he says we're gonna get massaged by stingrays, but believe it or not, we went there, and by golly, we got massaged by a stingray. He basically lifted the stingray up onto our backs and rubbed it up and down, and the underbelly of the stingray is so smooth it feels like a massage. It's kind of slimy and nasty, and I really didn't want the massage, but it was interesting. It was a new thing for me, so that was really cool. Great experience though, and oh, and keep an eye on that sentry gun. That sentry gun goes to work right there that I put there. It gets me like 5 or 6 kills. It was awesome. But those are the 4 parts. Those are the 4 ports. I'd say the funnest day of the ship though, or the funnest experience I had, was the very last day. It was the last day. It was a sea day. We were basically just going back to Fort Lauderdale, where with the ships that sail at, and we just had the funnest time ever at dinner that night. I got with a few of my friends. There was probably about 8 of us, and we were just all really good friends on the ship that we'd all met each other on board. And we ordered like 30 desserts, like 30 entrees. Like we ordered so much food, just ridiculous amounts of food. We couldn't eat all of it, but we just like shared it all, passed it around the table. And the food on the ship's free, so even we all dressed up in formal dining. Went to the nicest dining room we could find. We all had anytime dining, and we just was at about 7:30 when dinner was about closing down. We all went in there, had like a million plates of food, and didn't eat a bit of it. Like we just like basically just like looked at it, and said, "Oh, this looks cool," and then we just gave it back to the waiter, and they took it all away from us. But the food we did have, like I had like like shrimp cocktails and like strawberry shortcakes, filet mignon, lobster. Oh, and another cool thing was on Thanksgiving, like the ship's not just for the U.S., it's for everybody. And turkey was like only one of like the many options on Thanksgiving Day. So I ended up having filet mignon and lobster on Thanksgiving Day, which I thought was pretty funny. But the dinner with my friends on the last night, we laughed so much. I was like crying laughing. Like it was one of those laughs where like there's no more sound coming out. It was just like you look like looking like a retarded eel. It was wonderful and hilarious and a blast. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this commentary. The final score of this game was 56-6, Domination on Ground War. I really hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you later. Bye.